Hello everyone, my name is AyaCica and today we're gonna continue the game What Remains of Edith Finch. Yeah, I continued how I did last time because it was super short, so let's continue the game because I really want to know what will happen. I'm gonna edit these
After he
later.
graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Nice. Windows. I like windows. What a nice place.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on. Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Wait a minute. First I'm gonna check what it's out and then these are so this monster looking nice and comfortable and everything. Ooh, nice keyboard. I like it. Okay, let's find out what happened to this Finch. Very nice music. Let's find out what happened.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
Oh, Jesus.
He kept working at the cannery,
I don't like
but
this.
he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to
I don't want to know.
wander. I asked him to describe it. He said he started small,
Like a game, because you played lots of games.
imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats
I wanted to do this.
and toads. And things that had not names.
I don't want to know.
He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself.
I don't know if I need to continue behead the fishes, because maybe I don't want to.
But he found something more. I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery, I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused.
Soulless.
Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on.
What happened? Maybe I don't want to know.
I even encouraged him.
Got out of the...
It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend.
Oh, nice. And you got out of the...
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia.
Jesus
He
Christ.
built the city up slowly, brick by brick.
Nice. This
Then he made musicians.
starts to look like a good thing. And funny and beautiful.
And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger.
It's beautiful.
He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever.
So I need
Then
to
one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished.
Nice. This is a nice dream, and
He
I'm
held an election for mayor,
not concentrating on the death wishes.
and he won.
Persistent.
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
Maybe I can
He'd conquer a
concentrate
city,
on
then
the
immediately push on. New Louisville. St.
I need to
Louis.
concentrate.
He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Louis kept sailing on.
Oh my god. I just big yellow mindless person who lives in his imagination because
In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a
handsome queen,
handsome queen.
which was the what's happening here?
The queen was on her own quest for
Radiant rainbows. I like that.
radiant rainbows.
Kind of looks like this is stir therapy. Tear therapy, I don't know how they call it in English.
He followed the sound of her
Let's do the
electric sitar.
sitar. It's nice, but I need to concentrate on my job. Why
His
did I
chase
stop?
led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon.
Let's walk nicely. Yeah,
Even
I
then,
made it.
his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination.
Jesus. I just got more fish. More. I can't keep up with this.
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
Oh my god. This is beautiful.
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming.
Can I cut down my own hand? No.
And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
But I can agree with him. Oh my god. Now we're gonna find out how he died. Oh, this is the place where I go the wrong corner and I die.
Began to forget the world we know.
Or not die, just the monster gonna go. Come.
I think it
This is
pained him
the-
to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
I would like at the game where I can go to the palace. It looks similar. I like
He began
the
to
symbolics.
despise the man with a royal contempt.
What okay. Let's
I
go.
still thought I could save him.
Let's go.
Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
Oh. Yeah,
The palace would be packed with his companions.
it was kind of symbolic. The palace and the fishing place, I think. Because they look similar. And I like it, it was beautiful. Did I go back? No. I fucked up. I'm gonna die.
Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him.
But I can go forward. This is so nice.
His queen waited, holding his crown.
Nice.
There was only one thing left to do.
Everything pushed in, I love it.
Bend down his head.
What the fuck? No. I'm not this stupid. I'm gonna get out of here. I think I have no choice. That's a guillotine. You evil lady. I'm gonna avenge my death. I'm gonna come back and haunt you. You evil lady.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
He's beheaded like the fishes.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Only 2 Finches left. Okay, I'm gonna leave this episode here. So, it was an interesting story. So, okay, I'm gonna be able to talk soon. If you like this, please let me know. Don't forget to subscribe. There's lots of links in the description that you should check out. Please leave some sweet comments in the comment section. And see you in the next video. Bye!